Good morning, good afternoon, or maybe good evening, friends. Myself, Aryan Vashisth, and uh, welcome to my channel, Tech Vashisth. I keep on uploading technical videos to my YouTube channel for you to watch. So let us start with today's video. The topic of today's video is about starting to code in languages like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, which can also be told as the basics of web development. So let us start with our video. Before starting to code, you need to actually know that what the definitions of the elements of coding. So now let us talk about that. What do we need for coding? So you need a desktop computer or a laptop. Then you need web browsers. Mine is Google Chrome, and you need also a text editor like this. Mine is Visual Studio Code. You can download any text editor from the web, such as Sublime Text or Notepad. Here is Notepad. Sorry. Okay, so Notepad. So you can also do it on Notepad, but actually doing on some code editors like Visual Studio Code and Sublime Text and downloading from the web is much better than doing it on Notepad. So let us start with some coding. So we go to VS Code, and to open a new file, we need to click on Control N. Here opens a new file without any extension and without any name. So to give it an extension and a name, we have to click on this file button and click on save. And instead of plain text, we have to select HTML, and instead of untitled one, we need to give it a name. So here comes demo.html, and now the fav icon of HTML appears right over here. Then we open to the folder in which this file was saved, and then we open it in Google Chrome. Okay, so now you can see that this is a blank page because we have not started to code anything over here. So now we write these two tags, HTML. So HTML is the root element of the HTML language. Okay, so HTML is actually the root element in which inside all the content is written, whatever will be displayed over here. I mean, the whole web page is based on these tags. If you will not put these tags, then it will take it as an error. So inside this comes a tag called head. Oh, I misspelled it. Okay, head. So inside head, you write all the code, all the JavaScript, all the CSS. But you can also write in the body tag. I'll tell you that later. But we'll write it in the head. So now we write title. Title is basically the name specified to the web page. Like here comes demo.html. So it's not looking good, right? So instead of demo.html, we want here to be my first HTML file. So if you want that, just whatever you want to give this file a name, just write it inside these title tags. So I write my first HTML file, and I'll go here, refresh it, my first HTML file. So now that stupid demo.html is not written here. Now it's a good title, my first HTML file. So now let us start something doing over here. So now let us go out of this head tag and leave it as it is. And then we need to open body tag. Inside body, all the content, all the things you need to write over here or give over here. All those things come inside body. Okay. So for example, without opening any tags, if I just write this, here appears. Okay. So I remove this, and then directly we will start opening tags. So now we'll start with headings. As you know, headings What is head? Oh, sorry. By mistake, I have opened the head tags. We have to open H1. So this is a type of heading which is the greatest heading. The biggest heading is H1. So inside H1, now we write 1, and the C here opens a heading 1. So as you can see that this is the greatest in size. Now if you want to know the difference between H1, then H2, then H3, then I'll show you just right now. Sorry. So we open H2 tag instead of H1, and then 1. You can see that this heading is little smaller than this one. Then after H2 we write H3. See the difference? H3 is smaller than both of these. H4 H5 and H6 at the last. See? What can you see? This one is the biggest, this one is the smallest, and in between these two there are 4 more headings which are little smaller than H1. So okay friends, bye. See you in the next video. In the next video I'll tell you some more interesting things. I'll tell you about paragraphs and what? I'll not tell you, it's a surprise. Okay friends, bye. See you in the next video.